Okay, so this is a lodgepole pine tree. We want to learn some things about the tree, what's going on inside. So I have an increment borer here, and we will bore through the tree, try to get through the very middle part of it to determine a few things. One is the age of the tree, and the other is the growth of the tree, how well it's growing, if it's getting to a point where the growth is slowing down, and try to understand why the growth would be slowing down if it is, or why the growth will be getting better if it is. I'm just trying to find the best spot so I can get through the center of the tree. People wonder if this hurts the tree, and actually the tree can heal itself just fine. It does help to take the core once we're done studying it to put it back into the hole that we originally put into the tree. But the tree should recover just fine, just like getting a shot for the flu. And this would be the core. And it looks like we just barely hit the center right there. Just right at where I stopped, we hit the center of the core. So now we can look at this. I can count these dark rings to determine the age, and then I can see how it's growing. Obviously, you can see the rings are much further apart at the beginning of the tree's growth, which would be closest to the center, and then towards the end of the tree's growth, which is more on the outside, you can see how tight the rings are, how close they are together, which is an indicator this tree's growth has slowed down. And I would say as tight as these rings are, that the growth is very minimally productive. It's just getting over matured, too old, and it just cannot sustain productive growth anymore. Well, it helps me decide when the stand is ready to harvest. It helps me decide if the trees need to be thinned, or if the stand is done. Then we need to do a final harvest and get the stand prepared for a new stand of trees.